So here's a way to guarantee that your prospects will buy from you. And it's by leveraging something that they call the right time effect. So back in 2015, I was fresh out of university and I had a graduate job. I was on the graduate scheme for this company. And in the first year, they made you do field sales. So my job was basically, I had a region in the UK and I'd get up and I'd get in my car and I'd drive to our different accounts. And I'd basically have to walk in there and sell them, basically, try and sell them something. So I was a glorified salesperson, door-to-door salesperson. And I hated that job. It sucked. Hated working by myself, hated driving around all day, every day, and hated, walking into places unannounced, trying to sell them something. Got rejected, got told no, got told to F off, all the stuff you would expect from a door-to-door sales job. So about, I'd say 4 months into that job, realized that I absolutely hated it, wanted to get out. So I started searching online on, doing the regular search on Google, how to make money online. And this was back in 2015. So obviously people were making money on the internet, but it wasn't as, well known as it was now. It wasn't, you didn't have all these Forex traders on Instagram being, showing off their lifestyle and stuff. So the information wasn't readily available. I remember when I did the Google search, all that came up, or all I found was just those websites that are fill out these surveys or fill out these quizzes and get paid $1 per answer, or, that BS that doesn't actually work. Anyway, so I couldn't find anything. But about a week after, I saw an ad on Facebook and it said something along the lines of, hey, these people are traveling the world and making money online. Click the link to learn how, right? And that ad definitely wouldn't get approved in today. I mean, the policy was a little bit lighter back then. You could kind of post what you wanted. But anyway, there's this ad, super biz-oppy, super clickbaity, but I was like, I hate my job, let's do it. So I clicked the link. It made me register for a webinar. So I registered for the webinar. And I think I ended up watching the replay of the webinar. But at the end of the webinar, they made me an offer. And it was like, hey, come and learn how it was basically an affiliate marketing offer, teaching you how to make money with Facebook ads and affiliate marketing. But the price was just $99. So it was only $99. But back then, I'd never heard of this before. I didn't know anyone who was doing it. This was just a random person or a random American guy that I saw from Facebook. So I just immediately thought in my mind, it's a scam. So I never bought, even though I was really tempted. I just decided that, it wasn't worth the risk. So fast forward then, I worked that job for another 4 to 5 months. And I remember I went away with my friends to Cancun for spring break and I had a great time. And then when I came back, I basically was faced with going back to that job on the Monday morning. And I remember it was a Saturday, so a couple of days before I had to go back. I think I got back from Cancun the day before and I was so depressed. I was just I absolutely hate this. I just had a great time traveling away with my friends. And then now I have to go back to that job that I hate. And then I remembered that over the last 4 months, I'd been getting weekly emails from this guy who was like, hey, we're hosting another webinar. Come and see how we make money online. And every week, I got those emails since I registered for that first webinar in the December. And now this was the March, I think, or April. And every time I didn't even open the email, I just deleted. And then eventually, on that day, in between coming back from Cancun and having to go back to work on that Monday, I said enough was enough. So I went back to the email, I read the email, watched the replay of the webinar again. That day, I bought the $99 offer because they were selling the same offer. And then a couple of weeks later, after I bought that first course, I ended up investing, I think I got a loan out. So I think I got a £9,000 loan, and I think I paid them about $7,500, right? So I went from super skeptical, not wanting to buy from them, to then paying them $7,500 in the space of a couple of weeks. Now, this isn't me just here to come and tell you a story, but the reason why I bought from them was because of the right time effect. So the right time effect is effectively when your prospects might see you one time and you might make them an offer, but they might not buy right now. And there's a few reasons why they won't buy right there and then. But if you consistently show up over a prolonged period of time and you stay consistent in showing up and making offers, then eventually when the time is right, they will buy from you. So in that example with me, in the December, when I first saw their offer, right then just wasn't the right time. I hated my job, but I didn't hate it enough to risk, getting scammed for $99. At that time, that was obviously a big deal. Fast forward 4 months later, I just got back from a good vacation with my friends, and I was dreading going to work on that Monday. So there in that moment, my pain was too much. And the pain of me facing going back to a 9-to-5 was higher than the pain of potentially getting scammed for $99. So there was the right time. And the only reason I bought from them is because they had stayed consistent over those 4 months. Now, for 4 months straight, it wasn't the right time. And I'd not even opened the email. But the fact was that when I was decided it was the right time to buy from them, I had an email in my inbox waiting for me from them. Or at the very least, it had recently been deleted from a few days before. If they hadn't continued to email me, if they'd stopped emailing me in the December or the January, then there's no way, even though I was in deep pain at that point in March or April, after I came back from spring break, I wouldn't have been able to buy from them because I wouldn't have remembered. But the fact that they showed up consistently in my inbox meant that they were the people that I chose to buy from. And the reality is I might have been in a lot of pain with my job and not wanting to go back to that job. So I probably would have found some form of competitor online and probably bought from them, and they would have lost a customer. So the point is that you don't know when the right time is going to be for your prospect to buy, but you best hope that you are there waiting for them on their newsfeed or in their email inbox when it is the right time. Because if you're not, they will find someone else and they will buy from them. For one of my businesses, we started it about 18 months ago. And from day one, we had started to build our email list. We've been emailing on average about 3 to 4 emails per week for the last 18 months. And we'll have people buy our coaching program who first joined our list over a year ago. And they've been on our email list and they've been seeing us every single day or every single week. We've been sending emails every single week. We've been posting on YouTube and posting on Instagram in most cases on Instagram every single day, but with YouTube every single week. And we've stayed consistent over an 18-month period. And only now people are deciding to buy from us because now is the right time for them. But the problem is, most people don't have that long-term view when they're doing activities in their business. So they'll maybe start to grow an email list and they'll send emails out for a couple of weeks, but then they don't see a direct return, so then they'll stop. Or they'll start a YouTube channel, they'll start posting, and they'll post they'll post like 3 to 4, 5 videos, and then again, they don't see a direct return, so they stop. What they don't realize is that it's very unlikely that every single potential customer is just going to buy from you straight away. The reality is that we need to show up consistently for our prospects over a prolonged period until the time is right for them to buy. And then if we've done that, we've stayed consistent and we've added value to them, or we've built a connection or a relationship with them, then they will choose to buy from us. But people don't stick at an activity for long enough to actually benefit from that effect. And they'll just try something, it won't work, or they won't make sales from it. And then they'll just label it as, I'm not good at this, or this doesn't work for me, or whatever BS excuse they want to give themselves. Now, that's not to say people won't buy from you right away. There's going to be a small percentage of people that will just see you for the first time. Luck has it that then and there is the right time for them to buy, and they'll buy from you. And that's fine, but it's only a small percentage of people. Then there's going to be another percentage of people that maybe the time is right for them, maybe they are in enough pain and your offer is right for them. But just as they go to purchase from you, maybe they get distracted. Maybe the dog comes in and distracts them, or maybe the partner comes in from work, or maybe that, something happened in the kitchen that they needed to go and check on. And they were going to purchase from you, but life got busy, they got distracted, and then they said to themselves, hey, I'll come back and buy later on. But they never did. Now, if you don't remind them that you are there and you have an offer for them, whether that be via email, whether that be by posting on social media, or whether that be by running ads, they are going to forget about you and they're going to buy from someone else. So that's the second group of people. And then the third group of people is like I was when I first started in business, where for whatever reason, my pain just wasn't big enough in that moment to make a purchase decision. But who knows, in 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12 months time, it might have been. In my case, it was like 4 to 5 months. So you never know when someone is going to buy from you. But the only way to guarantee that they will eventually buy from you, if you stay consistent with your activities and you can make sure that whenever they are ready, whenever they open up their phone and they go to the inbox or they go to the Instagram or YouTube or whatever platform they use, that you are the face that they see. And that is the way that you make sure that people buy from you over the long term.